Oh, there you are, first graders. It's me, Mrs. Elkins. I was just sitting here in the forest, enjoying this beautiful day. Isn't it great out here? I have a couple of friends with me, and they thought we could enjoy a book together. Let's see what book we have here today. Oh my, look at this book. How to Teach a Slug to Read. Can you imagine a slug reading? Do you think we can learn how to teach them? Let's go see. How to Teach a Slug to Read by Susan Pearson. Illustrated by David Slonim. And here's the title page. How to Teach a Slug to Read. When you teach a slug to read, you should 1. Start out by putting labels on his favorite things. Do you remember in kindergarten when your teacher put labels on everything? And sometimes I even saw some teachers walking around with words right here. So maybe you do the same thing for a slug. You label everything. What words do you see? Can you read them? Let's see. We have corn. What is that? Bug. A bean. And what is this one? Can you read that one? Carrot. So first we have to label everything. That's step 1. What do you think we do next? Next, find a really good book. This is very important, or your slug will lose interest. The best books will have some slugs in them. That makes sense, right? They're not going to want to read books that aren't about them. And this book says, ugh, lizards eat slugs. He doesn't want a lizard book called Laughing Lizards. Or Hug a Bug. No way. Yuck, right? Or Mushy Love Stories. Yuck. How about if you get some they like this one, Rhymes from Mother Slug. I want this one. That one looks good. Those are better choices. So 1, label everything. Step 2, find books they really like. Books that they will be interested in. Let's see. Step 3, prop the book up close to the ground. I can't see. Do you see him? You can't see. So you have to put the book up close so they can see the words. So first, label everything. 2, pick a good book. 3, put the book up close so the slug can see it. That makes sense. Don't you think so? Yeah, I agree. Let's move on. What do you think you do next? We got step 1. We have step 2. We have step 3. What step comes next? You're right, step 4. Step 4, find a rock for your slug to sit on so he can see the page better. Be patient. It will take your slug some time to climb up on the rock. And look at this poor slug. He's so slow trying to get up the rock. How long do you think it will take him? Do you think it will take him hours or maybe even days? I hope not years, right? Let's see. So step 1, label everything. Step 2, find a good book. Step 3, get the book up close so that bug can really read it. The slug needs it up close. He's small. And then step 4, find a rock for your slug to sit on. You want your slug to be comfortable, right? I think so too. That's very important. And look at the slug. Do you think he likes the book? What does he say? He says, I love it. And let's read what it says on this book page. Can you see it? Right there? Let me read it. Mary had a little slug. His skin was smooth as silk. She dressed him in a satin shirt and fed him bread and milk. That's a rhyming one, right? Did you enjoy it? I think they did. step 5. So now we're on step 5. Wow. Step 5, show your slug the words that repeat a lot. This will help him spot them right away. So look here, right here for instance, where it says, once a bug, 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 on a rug, rug, rug. See, he recognizes it. Bug. He's starting to read. Look at this. I learned to fly, fly, fly. Say goodbye, bye, bye. Fly. Fly, bug. Look, he just read 2 words. The slug. It's working. Step 1, what do? Do you remember? Do you remember what we do in step 1? Label everything. How about step 2? Do you remember that? Well, if 1 was label everything, step 2 was find a good book. I like this book, don't you? A good book makes it more interesting, right? Step 3, get that book up real close so you could read. Step 4 was find a good rock to read on, or a comfortable place like we do to read in at home. And step 5, show your slug the words that repeat a lot. That way they learn to read them. Great idea, right, Cutie? I think Cutie's learning how to read too, don't you? Let's see. Step 6. After 5 comes the number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here it is. Help your slug sound out words. Watch this. Whatever can the matter be? Sally, slug. Slug. Hey, I can read slug. He did it. He just read the word slug. He sounded it out. Did you see it? That's how you do it. You gotta try. Sound them out, right? That's step number 6. How to teach your slug how to read. I hope you're learning. What do you think you do next? What number comes after 6? Do you know? That's right, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. Step 7. Make a vocabulary list. Slugs love to learn new words. And look at this. It says, Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Do you see it? Eating her curds and whey. Along came a slug who gave her a hug and told her to have a nice day. And he says, what's a tuffet? A tuffet is a low seat. Like I'm on right now. I'm sitting on a tuffet, just like that. Well, what's curds and whey? Well, that's like cottage cheese. No kidding. Yeah, curds and whey. It's like cottage cheese. Have you ever eaten cottage cheese? I have. What do you think comes after step 7? What number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right. Did you guess 8? I hope so. Number 8. Let your slug underline his favorite words in slug slime. Ew, right? And look at it. Sweet Sammy Slug slides through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown. And that was his favorite word, so he highlighted it. Do you see sometimes in our books the important words or vocabulary words are highlighted also? We don't use slug slime though, right? Only slugs use that. That's step 8 for slugs, not for us. And then it says to make sure that children, he highlighted that word. I think Sammy Slug likes children. You think so? Are tucked in their beds and dreams of slug fairies. Slug slime that word too, see? Slug fairies. Dance in their heads. Do you see that? As they're dreaming, the slug fairies are dancing. Isn't that nice? I like that. What do you think step 9 could be? Well, let's find out. Read your slug's favorite poems with him as many times as he wants. Read him other books too. And look at that. He's reading Slug for President. The Pokey Little Slug. Hey, I have that book. It's called The Pokey Little Puppy. They chose the same book. Slug and Snail are friends. I have one kind of like that about Frog and Toad being friends. How about this one? Do you recognize that one? It says The Snail in the Hat. I've only read The Cat in the Hat. What would be better to rhyme with snail? Maybe The Snail in the Pail. That would be better, right? Let's see. Go, slug, go. Ha ha. He likes that one. That's a good one. Do you think there's 10 steps after 9? Let's see. There is. It says step 10. 10, guys. Be patient. Reading isn't learned in a day. That's true, right? It takes a while to learn how to read. It can take months, but don't give up on your little slug. Just like I never give up on you as you're learning how to read. Never give up on your slug. It's worth it in the end. That's true. Don't you think learning how to read a good book is so important? I think so too. So be patient with your slug. That's step 10. And it says, and then one day he will read books to you. Or she, if it's a girl slug. And here's what it says. It was a dark and stormy night. And look at this detective slug out in the loose. And then one day he reads the books and you can enjoy it, right? And then he will read books to the beetles and the butterflies, just like these butterflies are enjoying this day. And the grasshoppers and the crickets and the bumblebees and the dragonflies. He may start a story hour or even a school. And look at this one. Look at this story time with all the bugs gathering around. And it says, once upon a slime. It must be a fairy tale. It began with once upon a slime. When all were sleeping, a slug came creeping. Rhyming books too, right? You hear the rhyme? Sleeping and creeping. Books will teach him how to play slug soccer. That's true. Books will show him slugs in other lands. Books will show him the whole wide world. That's true. Books are so amazing. I hope little slug learns how to read. Don't give up on yourself, little slug, right? We believe in you. We know you can do it. And all because you taught your slug to read. What a great book. I want to see what steps you remember on how to teach your slug to read. Let's see what steps you can remember. Go ahead and get out your Read and Respond notebook. Mine is pink. Yours might be another color. It doesn't matter as long as it has the binding on the side. If you need to, pause the video and come back when you have it. Go to your next empty page. And here is mine. We were talking the other day about Michelle Obama, and I said, I think she'll teach kids how to lead. And it's kind of true because she's going to have her own cooking show for kids. Isn't that wonderful? Now you're going to tell me how to teach a slug to read. So this is what you do. You're going to give it a label. How? Did you hear it? That's an H. And then ow. Say it with me. Ow. Louder. Ow. That's spelled O-W. It can be spelled O-W or O-U. This time it's O-W. How. Now we're going to say two. Two. T-O. Train. Sound it out with me. Tur. Do you hear it? Tur. That's right. That's T-R, coming together to blend and make one sound. Tur, train. Do you remember we were learning that long A can be spelled A-I? Well, that's what we put here, A-I. That makes the sound of A. Tur, A, What's missing at the end? What letter goes there? Train. How to train. Did you hear it? Yes, that's an N. Great job. How to train, A. And then we're going to put slug. Sound it out. Slug. So. Yeah, that's S-L. Did you hear it? So. Now let's go to the next sound. Sla. What letter is that? That's right, the letter U. Slug. G. Do you hear it? The letter G. How to train a slug. Since it's a title, we're going to underline it now. And now you'll list the steps that you remember. Number them one at a time. Let's see how many steps you can remember. How many can you remember? Can you remember 1? Maybe you can remember 2. Maybe 3. Can you remember 4? Wow. Maybe even 5. Well, there's 10 steps. I wonder how many you'll be able to list. We'll find out in the morning. Make sure you write down all the steps you can. I can't wait to see how you do. I'm going to go back to enjoying some time here in the forest with my friends. See you tomorrow. Bye, Firsties.